All right, so I figured it's time to get back to the training logs, and spoiler alert, I'm not going to talk about training too much this video. Just want to give you a basic insight into what's going on with me. The reason I'm going back to these training logs is I'm finally feeling comfortable again with where I am in my training. It's been kind of hit or miss since I've moved into this new house, this rental, built a new gym, had my second child, in the process of building a house right now. So there's a lot of stress going on with that and just work. And even though I was enjoying running Wendler, I lost a bunch of weight. I feel like I'm finally back to a point where my numbers are going back where I want them to be. And I'm just really liking where I'm at in training. So that's one of the reasons I want to get back to actually showing you what I'm doing. I'm also gone ahead and signed up for my next meet, which is going to be in February. So I want to be able to track my progress, to hold myself accountable as I get into that. And even though I'm not expecting anything huge in terms of numbers, in terms of PRs, in fact, I'm expecting to be probably 100, 200 pounds less than where I ideally was before I dropped off of competing. I want to get my feet wet, and I want to use that as kind of a baseline to really push myself the entirety of next year as I train right before I turn 40 years old, which as of right now is about 14 months from now. So I turn 39 in January. And again, I want to push myself and really hold myself accountable in all of 2020 to really see what I can do before I turn 40, and then I can start competing in the Masters divisions and things like USAPL. Now, speaking of actual meet that's coming up in February, it's a USPA meet, which will be fun. The interesting thing was when I initially signed up for it, it was a drug-tested meet. It has since changed to an untested meet. So I'm doing my first untested meet. Not that I'm going to go start eating a bunch of Tren or anything like that. Just found that it was a little interesting. And I talked to the meet director about it, and he said he switched it because he thought that more people would go to the untested side, only because in Rhode Island, there's not a lot of meets outside of a few USAPL ones. So USPA, trying to grow in the region, figured they'd get more people if they did untested. I'm actually one to argue the opposite. I think they would have got more people if it was a tested meet, because I think there's a lot more interest in that, but that's just my own personal opinion. That being said, this week went very well overall. Some of the highlights I just want to call out was finally getting close to 500 again on squats, so 495 for my top double. For deadlifts, 535 for my top double, all of which then had back off sets before, and then finishing off the week with some triples of 280 on bench, which my bench has been feeling a lot better since I moved to 3 days a week, but I'll start detailing that in all of the sessions going forward. But I'm happy to start showing you some of my training, especially because it's going better. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching, and stay big.